What are you doing?
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Game Overcast. That's what you call kind of like sliding into frame.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
I see.
watch. It's like,
But you were all okay.
here, watch. Try it together. Here, lean over. Watch.
Okay. Here we go. Oh wait, I can't.
Ooh.
You're so big that you like get out of frame. But like, look. Lumos.
Hello, and if you're still watching, thank you for watching. We appreciate it. And if you're listening,
I lit the room.
ta-da!
Lumos.
You lit the room.
Just kidding.
You have candles?
Wait, no, it's not light the room. It's there's a light on your wand. When you Lumos, there's a light that appears at the end of your wand.
What are you speaking of?
Harry Potter.
This isn't Magic Cast.
It's like
We don't talk magic.
you know what I'm talking about, though, right?
No,
when they're
I have
like
no idea.
Lumos, and then there's a light at the end of their wand, and they use it like as a flashlight.
I've made it a point to bash my head into a brick wall whenever I think about Harry Potter. Actually,
But Harry Potter is wonderful.
I try like just get it all out.
If you don't like Harry
drink.
Potter, I'm sorry, you don't have a soul. Just saying. Just saying.
Welcome to the club, I guess. Welcome to Game Overcast, the only show with the guts to tell you what we really think of Nintendo's so-called console, the Switch. It's pretty
Wait,
good,
we
actually.
like the Switch.
Yeah, it's actually pretty good.
It's a good system.
Yeah. Yeah. Hard-hitting facts straight from Game Overcast HQ, which is also known as a store. Yeah. Yeah. No? Fine,
What?
whatever. We are moving right along. Today,
We're tired.
that is also true. We are tired. But today, we are going to be talking about some pretty cool stuff.
Yay.
Some games we've been playing.
Yay.
Some games we haven't been playing.
What have I been playing? Oh, I gotta think about it.
You want me to tell you what I've been playing about?
Yes.
Cool.
No, wait, yes. As long as it's not Xenoblade.
It has, well, actually, no, not much. I just see you like, don't you talk about that cat girl. Don't do it.
I already know what it is. It's okay.
No, I have been spending my limited, but every bit of my limited time playing Sea of Thieves, which has just been great. I was considering doing just a pirate cast. And like, greetings gamers and welcome to Game Overcast, where we talk about booty and bananas. But I figured, there's only so many puns you can get away with when speaking of booty. The chest kind, you get it and there's like a chest and there's gold. And pirate booty.
I know.
Doesn't sound much better, does it? Whatever. Anyways, so Sea of Thieves finally came out, and it's phenomenal. But a lot of people are having problems with it, though. Everyone's like,
really?
Yeah, like it's
okay, because somebody told me that people couldn't get the PC version to work.
Oh, it wasn't
But
just PC version. It was a lot of stuff.
You've been playing the PC version, like
typical online game. The launch was kind of a disaster. Where I was there like at 11 p.m. Texas time, like ready to go and be a pirate, and then we couldn't log in for like an hour and a half because the whole server was just crashing because they were doing like a incremental rollout where different regions were going live at different times. So like
That's smart.
There was a gag where like everyone in New Zealand was like having their good little Kiwi fun time being pirates, and then America comes in and just crashes the universe. Like, yeah, we're here to be pirates, and it just didn't work. It was horrible.
oh my gosh.
So the first couple of days it was pretty bad.
I mean, I feel like they did so many stress tests.
Yeah, it was kind of disappointing. They did, several betas, at least 3, I think 4, like scale tests to stress the servers, and then it went live, and it was like they didn't do anything.
I just don't think that, I guess, realistically, you can't really 100% be prepared no matter how many stress tests you do, because if you only run it for a limited time, like 2 or 3 days or whatever, however long you run it,
True.
however many you do, that doesn't necessarily mean that all of the people that are going to play your game,
Right.
They may not have had time to log on and try it or whatever. So
All at the same time,
it's hard to judge, even if you do a ton of stress tests.
Yeah. So, I mean, it was good. I kind of get the frustration, but they did a reasonably good job getting it going. There were some
good.
very interesting bugs, and there still are some, where you'll spawn without weapons, and you'll just have a banana. Or like I've got a bucket, let's go be pirates, because all I have is a bucket. I don't have my sword or my blunderbuss or anything, but
It's just you and your banana.
it's just you and your banana going off, sailing
That's
alone.
hilarious.
Or like just
Well, at least
you and
that's how
your
you have
bucket.
health, so if you get shot, you just eat your banana.
But that's just the one banana. You can't pick any more up.
Banana?
Banana. The banana.
The banana?
The banana.
The banana.
That sounds like a fun little dance. Do the banana. But and then there's other stuff where, like, I was playing with my friends where he was actually in game just fine, but his character's model was standing like at a 45-degree angle to the ground. where I think I showed you this picture where he was okay and everything, but from his screen, on his screen he was okay, but from my screen he was leaning backwards. Like he was just
so
really,
funny.
really sleepy everywhere he would go. He would just be leaning backwards all over the
So you're
place.
just walking like this?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
But people are having issues with the game because they don't think there's a lot of content. You know, which is a valid point. I mean, you go around, you get chests, you kill skeletons.
Yeah.
I don't think they're playing the game the right way, though.
See, I have also... I didn't want to get into like a huge debate about it, but yeah, someone told me they were complaining about the game, feeling like it's definitely not worth, in their opinion, it wasn't worth $60, and that there's nothing to do and there's not a lot of content. And in my personal opinion, that's not the kind of game it is. The game is what you make of it. A large part of it is like you having fun with things.
It's like sliding my water back out of frame.
It's what you make of the game. It's the things that you do.
Most definitely.
How much it's certainly not a single player game either.
No, it's
so
like people who pay $60 for Call of Duty. They don't play the campaign.
Yeah, I mean, you can't play the game by yourself. If you play the game by yourself, it's going to be boring.
Yeah.
Of course it is, because it's all about working together. Like when you set sail, you have the person that's turning the sails, and then you know, or when there's a hole in your, I was gonna say in your bucket, when there's a hole in your boat.
Lords, no! If there's a hole in the bucket, can we just talk about the magical capacity of the buckets in this game? So you're in your boat, whatever boat you're in, and if you get shot, or if you're me and you crash all the time, because I try to get really close to islands, and sometimes it's just right, but most of the times it's not. So I may like just like nudge a beach or a rock or a dock or anything that I could possibly hit. I've probably hit already. And that rips holes in your boat. So you have these wooden planks, which you go, nail into the hole to keep it locked up or whatever. But so the animation, although, by the way, is you just punching the plank into the wall, like these big manly pirates just punching the plank into the wall. But you have to bail your boat. So you have your bucket. And this bucket, which is about, a standard, I know, like average bucket size, I swear it holds like 50 gallons of water. You scoop, it's like, cool, there goes half the boat's water. Swoosh, off it goes. And I like that because it would have been kind of tedious if for everything that shut, you had to like bail it 60 times.
Yeah, yeah.
It's really
I like
good
that.
buckets.
It's not...
Some Doctor Who buckets right there.
It's not supposed to be like the most realistic game ever. Like I was saying, it's basically, it feels like to me, because I've played it once. I haven't played it more than that, but it was fun, and it felt like to me they were like, here's your toy box, here's your sandbox, go
pirate things.
Go have fun, be imaginative, be adventurous, like do whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
It's all about having fun, like doing fun situations or having fun scenarios in the game with your friends. It feels like
if Pixar were to make a pirate game,
Yeah.
That was kind of this.
Yeah.
I mean, because you have you can shoot yourself out of cannons and splat into the walls, and there's a Kraken, which I still haven't seen yet, which is pissing me off. I've been trying to find, like, I'm sitting there on a boat full of treasure, like, please, something come and murder me other than a pirate.
Even though I haven't played, that's the reason why I only played once. That's the reason why I bought the game, because of the Kraken. And I'm like, where's this Kraken? I need it to
like, oh, yeah, we saw it this morning. I'm like, well, let's go. What did you do? Let's go do it again right now.
But
I want to see Kraken.
Probably really precious, and I'll just throw myself off the boat.
From what I've seen pictures, it's not precious.
Because
it's kind of scary.
Kraken's
its tentacles have like little mouths,
adorable.
and it's like it's just not precious at all. But I still want to see it. But yeah, Sea of Thieves
sounds cool.
Eating my life. I love just the PvP aspect of it and the whole piratey aspect of it.
Yeah.
Because the open chats, you can yell at each other on the boats, and it's not always the most polite, friendly things to yell at each other, but usually people are, kind of in the spirit and not just being offensive, but being in piratey characters, like, oh, you scared of me, dog, we're gonna board you and take your treasure, or
Bert.
Or Bert.
That was the best thing I've ever.
There's an Amazon review out there for
best
Sea
thing
of
I've ever
Thieves.
read.
More or less, the review goes
Hilarious.
along the line of this guy saw another boat, and he sank the boat because piracy. And as the boat was sinking, the guy on the sinking boat took a chicken in a coop that he had caught, because you can catch chickens and pigs in this game also, and swam ashore. And as the reviewer was killing this guy, he screamed, "Don't take Bert, you whatever, beep beep kind of thing." And then he took Bert and sold Bert for an eye patch. And that's kind of the game right there. It was amazing. It's like, not Bert, no! Bert the chicken is dinner. But yeah, it's phenomenal. It's one of those things where you need to know what you're getting into. It's definitely a PvP kind of game. It's definitely a game where you're gonna die, you're gonna get your crap stolen, but it doesn't really matter.
Yeah,
like there's
that's
supposed to be some
fun.
end goal of being a pirate legend. I don't care. I'm there to shoot myself into a boat and blow it up with a powder keg. That's my purpose for existing, is to blow up other boats. and maybe take their treasure, maybe not. I just want to blow up their boats and have them be like, "How dare you do that?" They'll just giggle as I sink with their boat, just like like just playing on my accordion or whatever. It's great. Sorry, pirate moment. Go ahead, proceed.
Nope, that was it. And we were talking about your game.
Well, that was my game. I'm done.
Oh yeah,
That was
my
game.
turn. Okay.
I'm playing another game, but it's on my list for down below. So. Man.
I haven't really been playing anything, but I can tell you what I have felt like playing. And I've been thinking like, maybe I should get my 3DS out again and start playing.
The cursed 3DS.
I love my 3DS. It's amazing. But I really desperately feel like playing Donkey Kong. Oh my gosh, like the itch is just, but I am holding off because the Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze is coming out for the Switch soon in May, right? It's in May?
I
think it's in May.
Sometime in summer.
And so I'm like, okay, that's only a few months. Just wait, because you're going to buy that one, and I don't want to be tired of Donkey Kong by the time I get, that one. So
I've never liked the Donkey Kong Country
Oh my God,
series,
they're so fun.
and I'm one of the few. I don't know what it is.
Why?
I don't know. Like, I love platformers. I just couldn't get in Donkey Kong. I mean, the newer ones were better. I think it's just the graphics always kind of bugged me. I thought it just looked kind of bad. And I'd play the game and be like, this is okay, but Donkey Kong just feels like he's really fat. And then he rolls, and it's like, oh, that's nice.
But it's so fun.
I don't get it, because I'm sure it is, and I know the music is phenomenal.
Yeah, the music is fantastic. It's really fun.
It's one of those games that just, I missed it.
It just
I
doesn't
must have
jive
missed
with
the
you?
hype. Yeah, because I don't like it that much. It's weird. I'd rather just play Mario or Rayman or.
Those are both fantastic games too, but I don't know. There's something about it. Like
I'd rather play Mile and Secret Castle, and you know how much I hate that game.
That's such a good game.
You run around shooting bubbles at everything.
And I tried really hard not to put that on my list. I was going to put that on my list, and I'm like, no. I talk about Mile on Secret Castle almost every single podcast. I can't do it. I can't put it on there.
I got it out of the way so you didn't have to.
Yes.
There we go.
I love it.
So you're
it's
not actually
so
playing
good.
anything?
Play it. No.
Terrible human being.
Also, I feel like playing Pokemon.
Well,
so that's
kinda
another
like
reason.
Every day for you.
Yeah,
though,
that's
really.
true.
I mean, it's like,
so that's another reason for me to take out my 3DS or the trading card game. I'm not picky. I'm like,
I hate that game so much.
It's so fun.
It is not.
Yes,
it
is.
not. Whatever. That's something else. I've never been able to get into trading card games. The only trading card game I actually liked was Triple Triad, because Final Fantasy VIII is amazing.
They're so
and everything about it is
You're
amazing.
biased. The Final Fantasy VIII.
I mean, yes. But Triple Triad is a great game. Have you ever played
If
Triple
you
Triad?
like that, I don't understand why you can't get into Pokemon or any other trading card game.
Well, it's the same reason why I like Gwent. I guess I'm lying. There's two
You
card
are
games
lying.
I like Gwent and
That's right.
and Triple Triad.
Hey, weren't they supposed to release a Gwent set?
Were they? I mean, I have the cards that came out of the special edition, so I have all 4 decks.
IRL. You can buy it, the decks.
I don't know. I need to look for that if that's the case, because I like me some Gwents.
I thought maybe I'm making that up in my mind, but I thought they were going to do that.
But they changed it up a little bit too much. It feels too much like Hearthstone. So
maybe I'm lying. Maybe I'm getting it confused with the game, and I thought it was going to be a physical, an actual card.
That would be awesome if it was a thing.
That would be cool, though.
I don't think it's a thing though, but I could be wrong. I don't know. But we will move right along. Every time we do a show, the show's going to be this long, and we're going to do well, and it's going to be great. And every time we fail miserably,
we're like, today, or the show this time is going to be an hour. We don't have that much to talk about.
We could do it.
And it's good stuff. So we'll just, keep it sweet and short
45
and awesome.
minutes later,
and then
we're half
more
done
like
with the
2
show.
hours.
Yeah. So today is
Oops.
different. Today we got this. I got a script. I got a time limit. I got a little midget with a stopwatch over there. I got you, Ernie. Let's do this. It's going to be good. Okay, so in lieu of a question of the month,
yes,
we're going to have a moment here.
I'm so sad.
As most of you probably know, Toys R Us is officially going bye-bye. They're closing and liquidating all their stores, which, I mean, it's not good in general, because when places go to business, a lot of people lose their jobs.
Absolutely.
So, obviously
It's
our
so
hearts go out to
sad.
everyone, to 30,000 people losing their jobs. That's not
Yes.
good. That's never good.
We're thinking of you, sending positive vibes your way.
I mean, I worked at Toys R Us for 2 years.
You did, yeah.
So it's kind of personal, and it's not good.
Absolutely.
But I mean, even when I worked at Toys R Us, 5-6 years ago, it wasn't good then. So it's you can kind of see something was happening, but it's, like I said, it's never a good thing. But we thought, instead of a question of the month, we would share, because as gamers and as people in their almost okay, I'm over 30, but whatever.
You are.
You're almost there.
I'm
But
almost there, but not quite.
We were around during like prime time, toy time, back in the 80s, of Transformers and G.I. Joe
and early
Voltron
90s.
and so many more robots I could talk about, but I won't do it. I won't go that direction.
80s and then early to mid 90s.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
when Toys R Us was definitely at its
Yeah, they were just the
prime.
powerhouse.
Yeah.
And like toys were the thing. So we thought we would each share a cool little Toys R Us story.
I don't know if it was because we were so small, but walking into those stores were just, it was overwhelming, and it was like so magical. Yeah, because it was just like everywhere. Wow.
Like you would pretend to be a good kid all week.
Yes.
Well, I don't know about you. I would pretend to be a good kid and then like make all these deals with my parents where like, I'll do this, I'll do that. Just buy me this new Optimus Prime toy. I'll do whatever you want me to do. And then I would get it and not do a dang thing.
Oh my God,
Wait
you're
a couple
monster.
months and then do it again.
Yeah, my parents would, I don't even really, they would just take me. They'd be like, oh, we're taking a trip to Toys R Us. And I'd be like, yay. I guess I was good. I mean, I wasn't really.
You were like a bookworm, though.
Yeah, I really was. My mom tells me I was like her most well-behaved child. But
I was a little troublemaker.
So maybe that's why they just were like, let's take her to Toys R Us.
I think what sticks out the most for me specifically for Toys R Us is I bet a lot of you on here remember when Power Rangers was new.
Yes!
I bet your story. Now think about.
Yes!
I think I know what you're gonna say. I think I know what it's gonna be.
You stole my thunder.
When Power Rangers was new, I mean, Matt's always had a robot problem, obviously. So Power Rangers, I would rush home from school because Power Rangers.
I still love Power Rangers.
It would start like right as school got out, so I would like run home to catch the Megazord fight at the end because it's always the Megazord fight at the end. So I'd always catch that part and be like, "Yay! Screw the rest of this show, Megazord!" And when the toys came out, they were super, super hard to find. So at least where I was at the time. So we would have, families would stand out in line with like tickets to get these things. So me and my mom and my sister would like stood out in line, and we would cheat, like because sis was just old enough to get things for herself, so she would be the second person in line. So I would get instead of just the Megazord, I'd get like the Megazord and the Dragon Zord and all that stuff. I'm like, you did it too. Don't judge me. You did it too. You know you did. But it was great. So that was like my day one day. So we went to Toys R Us and waited in line for hours and got things, and then we went to another Toys R Us and did the same thing. And
Really?
It was great.
Oh my gosh.
And I still have that Megazord.
Oh, that's so fun.
It's good times. It's a kind of thing where you don't do that anymore because you'll just order it on Amazon or some other garbage. Just like the magic I think is kind of lost.
Yeah, that makes me a little sad. I mean, I definitely understand as technology shifts, like why we shift, and it's really cool. Like, I mean, I have Amazon Prime. I'm not downing Amazon. I love Amazon, but I think there's something that we're gonna miss about having a brick and mortar. There's nothing that's important to me.
Mm-hmm.
I love to shop small business. Being an artist, it's important to me as well. Like, I basically have a tiny business, so it's important to me to support other people that have small businesses and brick and mortars. And so there's just something from the experience that you get from that, walking into a comic book shop, that camaraderie. Is that the way you say it?
Is that another word for like boy smell?
Stop.
No, I know what you mean. Yeah,
you know what I mean?
There's
though?
something special about like talking to
like
real people and
exactly about things that you love, things you enjoy, pop culture, whatever it may be. That's one of my favorite things. That I talk to everybody. I don't care. I'll be in line at the grocery store and I'll turn around and be like, "Hey, blah 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 blah," and
they'll just be like, "Who are you?"
It doesn't matter to me.
How did you get this phone number?
I'm very talkative, very friendly. So. When I'm not shy. So when I walk into places, I love to talk to people
cool.
or get people's opinions or, and there's just it's nice being around people who understand the things that you like and that are talking to you about the things that you like. You get to share in the same. That's why I love conventions. They're so fun to be at or to work or whatever, because you're all there for the same thing and you're all sharing the same love of something and showing that, and it's just fun.
Most
and
definitely.
I think you can't get that online. You can't get that experience online.
And what do you do like in like 20 years from now when everything is online and you have Amazon drones delivering things to your doorstep
and nowhere to go?
I mean, not only have we turned into Wall-E, where we're like all like these big fat things in a chair. I better order a new set of shoes and just not do anything. But like, how sad would that be? Like,
that would be sad.
You have no reason to go out anymore. You don't go to stores. You don't talk to people. You're always on Facebook. Does it sound too much like your life? Get help. I'm with. No.
No,
I'm right there with you.
I think there's a balance, just like
Yes. Like a movie we watched last night.
yeah,
actually.
I was just about to say that, but I don't want to spoil it. But
spoilers for Ready Player One. I mean, this
well,
is
we
going
read
to come
the
out on
book
the
a few
1st.
years ago.
So just for the record, there will be mild
Yes.
spoilers for Ready Player One here.
I'm so
If
sorry.
you have not read the book, actually, I don't even. Did that happen in the book? I don't remember that happening in the book. Actually, did they do that in the book?
I feel like they mentioned.
Last spoiler alert: in the movie, they turned the Oasis off Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Yeah.
I don't remember that being in the book. Actually, I could be wrong. But whatever.
I'm trying to recall, but I feel like they do mention. I feel like they do mention in the book. It's been a few years.
Yeah.
We read it like what, 2 or 3 years
It's been
ago.
a while. Yeah.
I feel like they do mention how it's important.
It is all about
to
the
maintain
balance.
a balance.
Yes, the balance is important. You don't want to be inside on your computer all day, which I do quite often.
I feel like they. Me too. I'm not gonna lie. However, the Oasis would be the bomb.
Yes, but-
Can I have that now, please?
Right now. This is keeping on track, Matt. Here, what was your Toys R Us story before we take a break?
Okay. Yes.
I'm going to make this work.
Okay.
Oh
my
we got
gosh,
this.
I have so many to choose from.
I know which one you're going to do.
But this one is my absolute favorite. I was that one, that kid, like I know you probably work wherever you work. If you work retail, you understand. If you've ever worked retail, you understand. When kids call you on the phone and you're just like, oh my God,
you were
why?
that kid.
I was that kid. But I was, not to toot my own horn, toot toot.
Beep beep.
I was a pretty smart kid. So I always,
happened?
I read books and I, shut your mouth. And
Walk into it, man.
I was well spoken, so I wasn't awkward or anything. I've always been not shy. Anyway.
Gregarious, if you will.
Yes, that's the perfect word, gregarious. Absolutely.
Nosy.
So I remember getting. Sorry. I hope that.
I like how I got a new mic stand so you wouldn't hit the mic. So you can do this.
Because I hit the
without hitting
table
mic.
a lot.
And now you're like
And
beating
he's
up
like,
on the
I'm
mic
getting
stand.
us stands so I don't have to deal with that. And I accidentally hit the stand. Yeah, sorry.
Do I have to just like restrain you? It's like
Tie
just
my
you're gonna
hands
be
behind my
tied up and be like,
back.
"Hello and welcome to Game Over Videogames. I can't move."
I can't help it. So I talk with my hands like, because you've watched. You've done podcasts with me, not watch them, but. I like to talk with my hands,
You're
but
fidgety.
I also know sign language, so it's like extra hard to to not use my hands.
Well,
and
you
sometimes
realize
I'll try to.
don't tempt me. I'm going to have you do the whole show and sign now for the hearing
No,
impaired.
I won't.
I'm going to give you really hard
I mean-
words too. It's like sign onomatopoeia. Go. Huh? Huh? Huh?
You
Huh?
could spell that.
That'll take a long time. Do it. Do it. Do
I don't
it.
even know
You're
how to
on camera.
spell
Do
that.
it. Oh. How do you spell that? Oh, no. Whatever. Sorry. Remember that part about us being smart and well spoken? Or that was you, anyways. I have no excuse. I'm just an idiot. Sorry. I'm sorry. I don't try to be so mean. Oh,
wait.
crap. Oh, crap.
Just kidding.
All right. Just. Okay. Toys R Us story.
There we go. That was right. That was right. And it wasn't foul language. I just said that he was very bad. Okay.
Sure.
Okay, so my story. Okay. I remember I don't know if my parents how they acquired it, but it somehow appeared in my house. It was an ad.
I think they call it the mail.
It might have been. They might have taken it out of the mailbox.
They used to have these things called catalogs back in the 90s. I'm not even joking because they don't
I mean,
exist
yeah,
anymore most of the
yeah.
time. It's all online, but they used to mail out these like book things.
Stores still do sales ads. Like when you walk in and they'll hand you like
Yeah.
a pamphlet or whatever that has
They
all
used
of
to,
their
mail.
sales.
Remember they used to like mail you
Yeah.
books.
I do.
Man.
I
All
do.
right, come on.
So maybe that's what it was. I don't know. Either way, it appeared in my house. And it was a Toys R Us ad. And I was flipping through it. And I saw it. This pink Power Ranger costume. And I knew the moment my little eyes, I saw it, I had to have it. I was obsessed with Power Rangers as a child. I still have Power Rangers. But not any of the newer stuff. Sorry. But yeah. I was obsessed, and I had to have that pink Power Ranger costume. So, so I actually called our local Toys R Us and asked them if they had the pink Power Ranger costume and how much it was, and I wanted it, and I begged my parents for it, and yeah, and they took me, and I got it.
I didn't think you actually got it. I didn't think you ever
Did I
got it.
not?
As I recall, you telling the stories, you called them. It's like, do you have this costume in stock? Cool. I'm going to come get it. And then you just never got it.
Did I
Like, you went
never
to your
get
mom and
it?
she was like, no.
No, maybe I didn't
I don't
get
think
it.
you ever got it. The way you told me is you did all that great work, and then you went to your mother, and she was like, ha ha,
Yeah. You know what? Yeah, accurate. Yeah,
And there was
I
some
think
poor
that's
guy
right.
Toys R Us
I
holding
don't
this
think I got it.
Power Rangers costume for some random little girl.
I was like 4 years old. It was the best thing. You know, you're right, actually. I don't think I ever got that one. It was a long time ago, please. But yeah, I do remember getting a Polly Pocket there, though.
I don't know what that is.
But
Wait,
I
no,
had
wasn't
Polly Pocket. Yeah,
Polly
there's,
Pocket was like
those
Mighty,
little-
Mighty Max for girls, wasn't it?
What's Mighty Max?
Mighty Max is the little thing that opened up and you had like little figures. It was like a little little
Yes!
face.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure Polly Pocket came first.
And they
actually,
kind
but-
of came in like little, they were different designs. Some of them, the one that I had was like shaped like a seashell.
Yeah.
And then you opened it and it was like a little home. And then you had like the little tiny figures
Mighty
and you
Max
like
were
moved them around.
little heads. Like
Okay,
a snake
yeah.
monster or a mummy or something.
Yes, it was
Yeah.
basically like the, yeah. I know what you're talking
Cool.
about. Okay, yeah. I
Wow,
did get a
Mighty
Polly Pocket there.
Max.
I also got
Mighty Max. Sorry.
a 101 Dalmatians pillow there too.
Wow.
I got a lot of stuff there. I was kind of spoiled. I'm not gonna lie.
All right, so we gonna take a break, but yeah, all the best to Toys R Us
Yes,
employees. You know,
yes.
good luck.
And I'm sad.
Yeah, we will miss you much.
Absolutely.
But we are going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back with a very opinionated topic, which is probably going to get me in trouble. But whatever, we'll be okay. We'll be right back on Game Overcast. Hey everyone, Matt here. And has this ever happened to you? You're in your local Game Over looking for a specific game and they don't have it. Not to worry, friends. GameOverVideogames.com has got your back. Just go to our website and chances are we'll have what you need.
But Matt, I don't want to pay any shipping fees.
How did you get into my house? Not to worry, random lady. Just select the pickup and store option and we'll send it to the Game Over store of your choice within 30 days at no extra cost to you. So hop on today and check it out. GameOverVideogames.com. Making retro gaming easier with the power of the internet. Arr, mateys, and welcome back to Game Overcast, the only show with really bad pirate speech and robots at the same time. I have been watching the new Gundam series. Have you, Brittany?
I just look over and her face is like so red. It's like beet red.
I gotta tell you, it does get kind of difficult to do pirate speech. And then, quick Sea of Thieves story, I was playing with a bunch of randos and we were just enjoying being pirates and like really cheesy pirate speech, but then I got a phone call from work. So we're playing like, all right, mateys, we're gonna adjust the sail here and up. Looks like my phone's ringing. I'll be right back, guys. I have a phone call. Well, don't go away without me. Okay, phone call time.
Oh man.
That was great. So, before we proceed here, we need to declare an opinion warning. This is an opinion warning. Flashing lights, flashing lights. This topic we're going to go about is on games that are bad.
That was creepy. I was
so
like,
bad, they are good.
yes.
But I need to make it very clear, this is solely the opinions of myself and Brittany. We may not even agree on our own each other's games here. Games that we feel, due to either bugs or poor localization or just some kind of error.
Horrible voice acting, whatever
exactly,
it may be.
Exactly. Makes them really very bad games, but somehow still extraordinarily enjoyable.
Yes.
So if one of these games you think is amazing, we like it too. We just think it's got lots of problems.
Yeah, I think it's important to say, like, we actually, the games that we're talking about,
we
we
really
love
like these
them.
games.
We think they're fun.
But they're pretty bad
It's
at the
just
same
that
time.
there's something
like,
about
you have
them
to admit,
that's,
like, you know,
kinda bad.
that is pretty bad. You know, it's like Pacific Rim. Like,
What?
like those movies are great, but at the same time, you know.
Well, we haven't seen the other one.
That's true. I'm kind of afraid to, but or we talked about Evil Dead before. It's like that.
What?
Like
the
Evil Dead Army of
hell?
Darkness. Those are really campy. Or like Cabin in the Woods.
But
Or,
I'm
or
just still
Cabin Fever even more
flabbergasted.
so.
Pacific Rim is fantastic. Like,
But
I don't think there's anything.
It's pretty cheese.
What?
Ron Perlman.
I don't think it's cheesy.
Just Ron Perlman crawling out of a dead monster. I'm sorry. It's amazing. I love it to death. It's not Schindler's List though. You know what I mean? Like
Those are like two completely different movies, though.
that's really because Pacific Rim is very campy though, is what I mean. And it's supposed to be, and it's
Yeah,
amazing.
I guess.
But it's the
I
camp
didn't even
that
really
makes
think it was
good.
that campy. I just thought it was good.
It was pretty.
Evil Dead is fantastic. And
It is. It totally is.
It's a
okay,
horror
so,
comedy,
So, but
but
just
yeah.
to get that out of the way, we do really like these games.
Yes.
But it's due to their flaws or unintentionally things that have been put in the game that make them so memorable and so fun. And I will start.
Okay.
With
Wait, how are we gonna do this? Are we gonna do like
back
every
and
other
forth.
one? Okay.
and then we have a grand finale title. And this, or did you steal mine?
No, it's mine.
It's yours?
Yeah.
Well, it's mine too. I mean, I have another 3 on here, but whatever. We got this. We got this.
He's trying to steal my thunder.
It's okay. Shh. So my first game is the Castle Shikigami series, or if what you know, you know what's going to be on here. Castle Shikigami or Mobile Light Force, because I'm pretty sure Mobile Light Force with the PS1 and PS2 were just different versions of Castle Shikigami. Really good shoot 'em ups where you can play as a number of different characters that all have different weapons and power-ups and sliding T-bottle out of frame.
Sorry.
It's still in frame, actually, I think.
Is
I don't
it?
know. I can't see because my eyes don't work.
I
But
think
whatever.
it's out
There's
now.
Snapple. We sell them here at the store. Yay.
So sorry.
So Castle Shikigami. Solid shoot 'em up. Different characters, different abilities. Fantastic game. Bar none, the most horribly translated and dubbed video game I have ever played
Example.
in my life.
I need an example.
You need an example?
Yeah.
Well,
Is it like all your base are belong to us?
yes,
Or
but
like-
it's voice acted though also. So it's like, oh God, I'm trying to remember. Like you get to this one boss and it's this weird lady with like green hair and like a frilly, almost like gothic Lolita thing and a scythe. It's like one of the first major bosses.
Okay.
And if you're like the first character is like this high school kid with a gym bag flying through the sky shooting things, and she's like, "Oh, hello, boy, interested in my body, aren't you? Ha ha." The guy just comes like, "No way, da 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 da." But now it's about justice. And it's so bad. And
That
then
sounds
you'll
amazing.
you'll read the text, and they'll just occasionally go off the rails because the text is like really bad. Like, I don't know what it's called, but it's bad. It's really bad. So you'll play through these levels, like which is solid shoot 'em up levels, and then get to a cutscene and just be like, kind of thing, where it's awful. And every one of I think 8 different characters has different dialogue interactions. So there's just a wealth of wonderful stuff here. And I think to myself, you can kind of forgive the studio if they didn't really have a working grasp of English. Like another game on my list here, we're like, you don't, you're a small studio, maybe you don't have a good translation department. This was back in the 90s, early 2000s. Sure. Then they got someone who speaks English to read this and be like, oh my God. It's like, you know how Resident Evil had
Are you
that?
sure they actually spoke English though?
It's a good question.
They might have just been like, just say these words.
Well, their accents were solid. You know, I mean, just because there are other games I've played where you can tell the person doing the English doesn't speak English all that well.
Yeah, that's true.
And then you have like the Mega Man 8, well, fine, Dr. Wowie. Like, I don't know what was wrong with that guy, but these just sound like
I
regular
like
people.
Mega Man 8.
Just
Oh,
like
I should have
terrible
put that on my list.
So that's
it.
just a bad game.
No, it's not. Am I the only one on this planet that likes Mega Man 8? Come on, back me up here.
Anybody? I didn't think so.
Back me up. No, you do. You do. It was fun. Whatever.
So Castle Shikigami, any of them. Actually, I've never played. There's one for the Wii, and I've never been able to find it. It's
Really?
Yeah, Castle Shikigami 3, I think it is. I can't find it. I've never seen it. I can only hope it's just as terrible as its predecessors. But if I'm correct, and Castle Shikigami is Mobile Light Force is the best, most deceptive cover ever. Also, because Castle Shikigami is you're like this stereotypical anime cast where you're like this high school kid and some weird girl with a cat and a guy with a guitar case and like random stuff, like very typical anime stuff. Like, have you ever seen X? It looks like the cast of X pretty much in a game, but they fly. And yeah, whatever. It's like that, but Super Light Force, the cover
Excuse me.
is, I swear to God, Charlie's Angels. Like running forward with machine guns. And then you look at the back of the game like, this is nothing like this at all.
That
It's just
sounds really fun.
yeah. And then there's one for PS1 and one for PS2, and it's the exact same cover. It's just like these 3 women just like running forward with explosions. And then you play the game and like, oh my God, what have I done? What am I playing? I was looking for a really bad Charlie's Angels game and I got a really good shoot 'em up. Help me. Please help me. But that's my first one. Proceed, Brett.
Okay, so my first one is a fantastic game. I don't care what you say. It's Lollipop Chainsaw for the PS3. And I don't care. It's amazing. But you know what I've noticed about Suda 51?
They're all kind of like that.
It's either you love Suda or you hate Suda. It's one or the other. I have never met anybody that was like, yeah, they're okay. It's either, oh my gosh, yes, I love Suda 51, or oh my gosh, no, I
What is
hate
this
Suda
trash?
51.
Right?
But Lollipop Chainsaw is amazing, and if you listen to the podcast, you know me by now. I love horror and especially like horror comedy. And so it's like a horror comedy. You play this zombie slaying cheerleader, San Romero High School, which I think is amazing. That's so funny. I like that they threw that in there. The Romero part. Anyway,
I know.
Sorry. I'm sure you know. It's very obvious.
He did something with zombies. I forgot what it was. I think he was a hack, if I'm not mistaken.
Don't you dare. Don't you dare. Okay, but Night of the Living Dead is like one of my all-time favorites. Not just zombie movies, like favorite movies, period.
Get it.
I mean, that movie was made independently, which is stunning. Like
all respect for the filmmaking.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And it was so different, and I mean the protagonist as well, that
was true.
I mean,
I will give you that. And then he gets shot in the end.
That was so sad. Like I think he did, it was, I mean, he was the father of zombies and zombie movies. I mean,
and then he lost his mind and made
Okay, I did not like. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I really wasn't the biggest fan of Land of the Dead.
I don't think anybody was.
That ending though was kind of. But I do like how there's a lot of social commentary. I think in his zombie movies.
Yeah.
And it's not necessarily in your face about it. Like in my opinion, Night of the Living Dead wasn't in your face about it. You can enjoy it for what it was, or if you took social commentary from it, you could do that as well, and that's art. I mean, you can enjoy it as it is, or you can take a message from it. Those are my favorites, definitely.
On the subject of Suda 51, I've always felt like if you were to take Hideo Kojima and drop him head first down a couple flights of stairs and then give him copious amounts of drugs, you'd have Suda 51. Like kind of.
Oh, man.
Like his games always seem like they give me that kind of like Kojima game vibe, but a lot more
crazy.
Just ridiculous.
Crazy.
Like just like off the rails. Yeah, crazy is a quick answer. It's like the train has left the station, the engineer's trying to catch up with it. It's not going to happen. So away we go. Ta-ta.
It's fantastic. It's fantastic though if you haven't played it. It's actually Lollipop Chainsaw was a project that he worked on. It was Suda 51 and it was director James Gunn.
Didn't that guy do the one thing with the Guardians and whatnot?
Yes, he directed Guardians of the Galaxy 1 and 2.
Some of the only Marvel movies I really like, actually.
I know, I really like them too. I thought they were
soundtrack
really
didn't have anything to do with that, I'm sure.
Oh God, the soundtrack is so good. Yes, soundtrack gives life. Anyway, but it's really fun. So it is. I can definitely understand why people complain about it.
It's
a lot of the
hokey.
complaints. It's kind of hokey, but that's the type of game that it is, and it's like Evil Dead or a lot of Sam Raimi movies.
Yeah.
Like, for example, Drag Me to Hell. Either you get it or you don't. Either it's your cup of tea or it's not. So I love it. I think it's amazing. I also adore Sam Raimi.
He's so precious.
He is. And Bruce Campbell. But yeah, I love it, but it's a hack and slash where you're this cheerleader and you're slaying zombies and your boyfriend was bitten and you did some magical spell on him and severed his head.
So
and
his head's just attached to you.
You wear him on you wear his head on your belt and he's your sidekick. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Super stunning.
You have this really cool heart-shaped chainsaw thing.
Yeah. And then you get the way you get health is by buying lollipops or getting lollipops. And then you can also earn different, powers and that was also, yes. Oh my gosh. And that's another thing about his games. I love the music. His style is just awesome to me. Yeah, it's cheesy, but he just has an awesome style. He almost has, his style stands out very much like Quentin Tarantino's style stands out.
Very much so,
yeah,
I would say.
So
very off the rails.
Yeah, absolutely. And his musical choices are always fantastic. But yeah, it's really fun. Play it. But yeah, a lot of people complain that it's repetitive. They don't like to do the same thing over and over again.
Sorry, I spit.
But it's a hack and slash. That's kind of the deal with hack and slashes. And sometimes it's just fun. I really love story-driven games. I love allegorical movies or literature or whatever. You know me. But sometimes it's really fun to just get in and kill some zombies and not worry about anything
And that's
else.
something I think we can all agree with.
Yes, absolutely.
All right.
It's either killing zombies or killing Nazis. It's one or the other.
It's like the thing. Isn't that something that we can all agree with here?
I know. It's American. You either like to kill zombies or you like to kill Nazis.
Or Nazi zombies in some.
Or Nazi zombies. Yeah.
I'm moving right along now.
Yeah, let's go on.
Okay, so my second game is a game I'm playing right now. Like right now on my phone. No. I'm playing it in conjunction with Sea of Thieves because one of my friends told me to like, hey, play this. It's awful. We'll like it. It's actually his description too. Like this game's terrible. You need to play
What is it?
It's called Horizon Source, not Zero Dawn.
Oh, yeah,
Horizon
yeah.
Source. So this game, it's a free to play. I'm not sure if it's Korean.
Huh.
It's definitely Asian of some sort, and it's definitely low budget of some sort. Like wow. So it's a battle royale game. So think like PUBG or Fortnite or any of the other trillions of battle royale games on the market.
They're really
now.
big right now.
Yes, and this just came out like a week ago, and it's like a really bad. Okay, so the premise is it's a battle royale game with different characters with different abilities. Okay, what it actually is a very awful Fortnite PUBG ripoff.
Oh God.
Done by some. Actually, I think it's either Chinese or Korean. Actually, I'm not sure. I don't know, but because a lot of the text.
What makes you think so?
Well, because a lot of the text is in some other language.
Oh, okay.
And I know it's not Japanese because the names aren't. But that's all I know. That's the only reason why is because I don't recognize the names very much. But you have, I think it's 1, 2, 3, like 5 or 6 different characters with different abilities. Mind you, the ability like there's a medic character, which has this little girl with a pistol, which shoots like a laser gun, by the way. And she has one ability that's like a heal. And then her other ability is the ability to right click and aim down sights. It's like, yay! It's terrible. It plays terribly. The graphics are terrible. It's full of bugs. All of the menus are in like this really bad like Castle Shikigami English kind of thing, where like there are jump pads you can jump on, which like launch you back into your parachute state, so you can go somewhere else. And the tooltip says jump pads make you feel like the flying again.
Cowboy squirt gun.
Yes, it's like that. And you're trying to go through the menu, trying to figure out like the keybind menu is just called the press menu. And you're trying to figure out like what does what. I'm like, okay, well the left click I know is to shoot, but in the game the left click is like affirmation reaction or something. And you're looking at like characters' weapons, and this guy has like a pulse rifle with 2 Fs and all this like horrible stuff. And the actual game, like you just go around, you pick up weapons and armor and things, and you kill. It's a battle royale game, but for some reason, it's amazing. I don't get it. It's just a buggy disaster, but it's always so much fun. Because like
that's what matters. You know, it doesn't have to be the best game in the universe. It doesn't have to be graphically the most beautiful game in the universe.
Certainly
as long as it's fun, who cares? Who cares?
It's obscenely fun, and I don't know why. And it's a mess. Like all the guns don't actually have bullet physics. It's just like they just shoot perfectly. Like so there is no. It's not like PUBG trying to be realistic or Fortnite trying to rip off PUBG with building. It's just a ripoff of a ripoff that doesn't care. It doesn't care because it has building like Fortnite, but it's really poor building. Like in Fortnite, you go around and collect materials, and then you can only build specifically with materials. You just get this weird tablet that looks like a phone called building material. And you pick that up and you build random things, but like you can build a ramp or a wall. And it's
hey man, that works.
Awful.
Whatever works.
And I love it. I don't know why. It's just so. It really is the thing where it's like they thought this was going to be a good idea. Wow. It's just so much fun. Speaking
of, can I tell a story?
Yes.
I love stuff that's like mistranslated. I love it. It's so funny to me.
Is it your pen?
No, the mouse.
It was the
okay, mouse that. Okay.
Oh, okay, yeah, Reed's mouse.
So I have a friend who ordered a mouse, and he brought the packaging so that we could read it, and it was the funniest thing. The mouse was called Have It. And it just said, have it on the front. On the back, it said, enjoy what I have. And then on the side, it said, aggravating piece of design.
That was it. Yeah.
And we were laughing for like an hour straight. We could not handle it.
That's a mouse that does
not
care what you think about it.
Aggravating piece of design. It's amazing. It's my fave.
That is glorious.
It's my fave.
Proceed, madam. I'm going to start rushing us because we're going to do this.
Yes.
We're going to do it.
Okay, number 2 on my list. Oh, God. What did I have on my list? Oh, EDF. EDF.
Oh, you're bringing that one out now,
Yes.
huh? That was like the grand finale as far as I was
No,
concerned.
that
but
one was mine.
the greatest game in the universe, series of games, I should say.
Earth Defense Force.
Yes, we've talked about it before.
Super fun. Yes. It's like Starship Troopers.
But on Earth,
On
with
crack.
1950s robots, with like really terrible animations.
It's so good.
And absurdly poor graphics and
It's so
glitchy
good.
monsters.
I don't think they really... It's like playing a B monster movie.
It's like you're playing Godzilla.
It's so fantastic. I cannot even stress.
It's so bad.
The cameras are kind of bad.
Well, the cameras are awful.
They're not the best graphics ever.
The graphics are like PS2.
I,
And it's a PS4 game. Well, I mean, it's been around
I swear
since
we didn't
like
work
PS2.
this out.
No. But for some reason,
It's so fun.
yes.
And playing with your friends.
Yeah, it's
'cause
like
up
the
to 4
last
players.
bastion of couch co-op.
Yes.
You know, where it's one of those few games where you can get people in a room and just blow up giant spiders or fight
ants.
Yeah, fight a giant lizard with a robot, and it's just like, oh my god!
It's so fun. And it's basically just, it's a very simple game. You get dropped onto these levels, which, the levels kind of remind me of like Hong Kong City in Gundam.
yeah,
like
just like
Gundam versus
generic
Gundam.
town.
Yeah,
and
but
then you
it's
always blast the crap out.
yeah, but they drop you in these cities with like sometimes skyscrapers, sometimes
You're like in a field
just
or in a
random
cave
field or caves or
sometimes,
whatever.
yeah.
And spaceships come and they just drop hordes of whatever creature.
Robots
Sometimes
and
it's ants, sometimes it's spiders, sometimes it's some other
Like
weird
the really cheesy,
bug.
like, we will get you slinky arm robots.
Yeah.
That
And you just pick a class and all you do is
shoot
blow
crap.
stuff up.
Yeah, and try not to die.
And you just and try not to die. And you collect weapons. They sometimes when you kill bugs, they drop weapons.
Yeah.
And you just run and pick them up, and you run and pick up health packs. Oh my god, it's so fun.
And the weapons get progressively more insane as you go.
You
and
just have to find it because I feel like we're not doing it justice. It's so good, but it's so cheese.
It's ridiculously good. Yeah.
It's so cheesy. The voice acting, but I feel like they did that
At
on
this
purpose.
point, they're doing it on purpose.
Yeah, I feel like they did it on purpose.
The
'cause
captain's dead.
Yeah. And then randomly they'll start screaming EDF, EDF, which is my favorite. I love that
to
so
death
much.
in the new one. I figured this out last time I was playing it. You can trigger them to start singing the EDF deploys song now.
Oh my gosh.
EDF deploy. It's like, yay!
That's amazing.
It's terrible. I love it.
It's so good, but it's a really good time. It's just dumb fun, and the
really
voice
is.
and the random dialogue that they scream out just makes you laugh, and it's hilarious. It's a great game,
It
super
is.
fun.
Any version of it, except for the Insect Armageddon one for 360 and PS3, I think was pretty bad. It wasn't made by the same studio.
Oh,
That
really?
was just a bad game. But if you do Earth Defense Force 2017, the original one?
Yes, I think
wow.
so. I didn't even realize that.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Or any of the newer versions for PS4. And actually, the new one just came out in Japan right now.
Are we gonna get it?
If it ever comes to the States, I hope to God it does.
Oh, I hope
the
so.
last one did pretty well.
Surprisingly enough, like, the game sells
'Cause
really
it's
well.
fun, so people know about it, which is good. So hopefully
It
we'll
has
get
a
that.
cult following for sure.
You can pilot robots. Of course it does. I buy it. People like me buy it. It's great. They're fantastically fun series. They have online. They have couch co-op. Tons and tons and tons of replayability because there's like 6 different difficulty levels and like 100 levels of the game that get more and more obscenely difficult, which is great.
Yeah, 2017.
You've stolen my thunder because my next game isn't that good. But it's just like that. So I'm just gonna get over with. So
I'm ready.
my last game on here, because I was expecting us to talk about EDF together, but you just jacked me.
Sorry.
Is one I've talked about before on here because I'm a robot guy. It's what happens. It's a robot alchemic drive, or RAD. Very similar to EDF in all aspects. Terrible translation, terrible voice acting, but you pilot a giant robot of your choosing with an RC remote control. I've talked about it before. You fight these really cheesy other like giant robots with like drill hands and laser beams and stuff, and you have to get into a cool position. Like that's the gag of the game. You're not just piloting the robot. You're like controlling him with your remote. So you have to get into a cool spot and then watch your robot from that perspective, like walk over with this really cheesy like robot walk kind of thing, and control the arms. Oh God! And then you want to punch the microphone. I'm just making fun of you about it. You control the arms with the joystick, so you can do different arm movements and stuff, and you can jump, and it's super cheesy but super intuitive the way the controls work. Like you wouldn't think it would make sense, but eventually it's like, yeah, cool. And it has a really bad multiplayer mode where the camera gets even worse. And the fun of that mode isn't killing your robot; it's trying to find the other player and either obstruct their vision, or just kill them outright by like knocking a building on them or something like that. But you kind of stole my thunder because it's kind of just like EDF, but with less stuff to do. And I have to admit, even though there's more robots and rad, Earth Defense is a better game.
It is. It's a fun.
That's tough.
Because it's the experience.
Yeah, but it's phenomenal. So you go ahead and knock us out of here, and we're actually going to be done in under an hour. I'm so happy.
Wow.
That'd be a first in like a year.
So my next game, and haters gonna hate.
I can't believe this is your last game.
His name is Matt. He's gonna hate, but it is so fun. It's Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince for the PS3.
How are you leading us out of here on a freaking Harry Potter game, man?
I'm so sorry, but it's so good. It's so bad, but it's so good. Hey, I have 2 words for you, okay? Potion making. That's what I'm going to say. Super fun. It is, oh my gosh. The voice acting is actually, it's hilarious. It's awful.
Is it the actors, or is
It's
it just like
so
random British people?
stiff. I think Harry is actually Daniel Radcliffe because it sounds like Daniel
Daniel
Radcliffe.
Radcliffe isn't that good of an actor, so I mean.
He really is. He is
that's
a
gonna
great.
piss people
I think he's a great actor. I think he's underappreciated, just like Keanu Reeves. I think Keanu Reeves has more range than people give him credit for. I love him.
Does he really though?
Yes, he does.
Keanu Reeves is kind of like Jack Nicholson or Bruce Willis, where I love his movies, but every time it's like just go, just do you.
Do you? You do you, bro.
And I think Keanu Reeves has like two forms. Keanu Reeves has the Matrix, whoa, and then he has Bill and Ted, well, and that's about it. Like that's Keanu Reeves. Like
you forgot British Keanu Reeves in Dracula.
Deliberately, because that was really bad.
Okay, I thought he was really great in that movie. I'm just saying, don't hate. Don't hate. That's a great movie, and Gary Oldman is amazing.
Gary Oldman is amazing. Keanu Reeves does not a British man make.
I thought he was great. I believe he actually plays a really good bad guy too.
He does.
He was a bad guy in Neon Demon, and he was fantastic.
No one has seen. If you
go
watch
watch
Neon
it, it's really good.
Neon
the Neon Demon. Yeah.
It's this new like techno Celine Dion tribute group, the Neon Dion.
Oh God.
Sorry. Proceed.
Someone get on that. Anyway. He plays anyway, long story short, he plays a really good bad guy.
Yes.
I think he has a lot of range. I think he's a great actor. But yeah.
So potion making.
Anyway,
tell me more about this magical potion making.
I think it's him, but the lines are delivered horribly. Like it's so stiff, and it's like, hey, I'm just looking. I can't even do it. It's like that's too good.
Is it the case of like Appaloosa, which had some of my favorite actors like Viggo Mortensen.
Gosh, he's so good.
I can't remember the name. I can't remember this man's name, but he's always the bad guy in everything. You know what I'm talking about? He's
yes.
kind of balding, and he was the bad guy in A History of Violence.
Yeah,
and in, American no. National Treasure 2.
Eastern Promises?
He was in Eastern. Was he? No, I don't think he was in Eastern Promises.
No.
But he was.
National Treasure.
He was the good guy in The Abyss.
National Treasure 2.
National Treasure 2. He was that. He was the bad guy in that really, really awful disaster movie that wasn't a disaster movie, Geostorm.
Yeah.
But he's almost always the bad guy.
Yeah, he's good at it.
He was in that, and Viggo Mortensen. I think someone else was in it. Mm-hmm. But I couldn't watch 10 minutes of that movie because it had some of the worst.
The narration was horrible.
Ever.
Yeah.
And I don't get it.
But sometimes it doesn't necessarily mean it's the actor; it's the director.
Well, it's like Star Wars.
Exactly.
Episode 1 through 3 was just like.
Ewan McGregor is a fantastic actor, and he couldn't do Star Wars.
Isn't actually that bad either.
What else has he been in?
Like 1 or 2 movies, and then
Really?
that kind of killed his career.
Poor kid.
But like, or Natalie Portman.
She's a fantastic actress. Yeah, absolutely.
It's just that George Lucas needs to be kept away from a director's chair for the rest of his life.
It really does depend on your director.
Then again, The Last Jedi wasn't that good either. But anyways, moving on.
Anyway. Movie cast, welcome.
Welcome to Controversial Cast.
We totally have to do one of those. I'm just saying. But yeah. Anyway.
Well, we still did the second half of that video game movie thing.
I don't even care. Oh,
last time we did.
I'm so down for that.
Games made into movies. We need to do movies made into games next.
Yes.
Because there's a lot of those.
I'm like the wheels are turning. Like trying to think of games.
There were lots of movie games. Yeah, movie games. Yeah.
You know what I wish was a game? Sugar Rush. Wreck-It Ralph.
Watching Wreck-It Ralph. Yeah. I don't know why that.
That'd be fun. I would play that.
Should be.
I would play that. It'd be amazing.
It's like Mario Kart.
Yeah.
With like Peppermint Patty or something.
And
it's
cute.
Like, yeah. It's bizarre. But sorry.
I'm gonna one of these. Okay, you promised me sorry to branch off. You promised me for CGF we were going as Ash and Pikachu. I was gonna be Ash. You were gonna be Pikachu.
I'm not doing
Yes, you promised.
I never promised anything.
Ash
I'm
and
gonna be busy.
Pikachu.
I'm gonna be
Expect
very
it.
busy
It
running a
doesn't
show.
matter.
You're
gonna
have
wear.
an art booth.
That's what you're gonna wear. Like the. Yes, if you're going to CGF, come find me, please, because I will be there.
I realistically just did it to shut you up so we could work on the show some more. I mean, it was like, sure, whatever, yeah.
Look, all you have to do is wear Pikachu ears, and you'll be fine. Like that's all. I don't require anything else.
Happening.
Just wear the ears.
I will tell you what. I will make you a deal right now.
Okay.
On the air for all 6 of the people that are watching right now. If you create some kind of really awesome Mecha Pikachu costume. I will happily wear that around CGF.
Bro, you just have to wear ears.
If I can be Pikachu with drills,
bruh,
I will do it. I will hop around and
you
be like,
Pika,
go!
You can't work with drills,
I will make it happen.
But you can work with ears on your head.
I will make it happen. I will punch tickets. I will do something.
You'll see him at CGF.
I will have a rocket punch. It'll be great.
You'll see him at CGF with Pikachu ears. Anyway, what I was gonna say, one of these cons I'm gonna cosplay as her, Vanellope.
Okay, I'm like,
because that'd be like really fun. Anyway, she's cute.
Vanellope von Schweet.
Yes.
Yes. She was in an episode of Star Trek. Did you know that?
What?
Yeah, the actress who plays Vanellope. She was in an episode of Star Trek.
Oh, Sarah Silverman?
Sure.
Sarah Silverman, right?
Sure.
I'm gonna look that up because it's gonna bother me. I'm pretty sure that's her.
I don't do names.
I'm pretty sure it's her.
I forget my mother's name sometimes. I'm like, hi, Mom.
She's a comedian too, actress and comedian. Anyway, moving on.
Someone called. I was on the phone with something, and someone was like, "How do you spell your mother's name?" And I was like,
"Are you serious?
M-O-M.
Oh my god.
She's always been Mom. It's weird.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry.
Anyway,
it's like I don't know, like because my mom's name is Debbie. Okay, so
Deborah.
there's like 6 different ways to spell Deborah. It's like Brittany. There's like 4 or 5 ways to spell Brittany. I can't spell your name if I had to. There's an E in there. There might be an A in there.
I know how to spell your mom's name.
Really? How do you spell it?
It's Debra. That's how she spells it. No, she spells it with an A.
Oh, Mom, I'm so sorry. She's Mom. Okay, she's Mom. She's Debbie to you. She's Mom to me. All right. She's Mom.
Oh, that's amazing.
Just never mind. Let's just.
Anyway.
Can we do it? Oh,
wow.
we gotta go. Crap, we got 6 seconds.
Harry Potter, play it a super. Anyway, the voice acting is horrible. The camera angles are a little horrible.
Yes.
But it is so fun, and all I wanted to do that entire game was just make potions. Because in this one, you're like a potion, because you get the book. It's my phone case.
I knew you were going to show that off at some point.
Isn't it awesome? Advanced potion making, my phone case. Anyway.
I hate you
get
so
the Half-Blood Prince's book, and all of a sudden you're like a potion genius. So in this game, you make potions. Like you can do like a potions.
It sounds like one of those Atelier games without the anime.
Oh my god, I really want to play those. I haven't played one of those yet, and that sounds amazing.
They make like 6 a year.
I know. I need to get my hands on that because that actually sounds like a lot of fun. That's my jam right there.
Just make potions with a little anime girl.
That's my jam. Like I'm so there. Why haven't I played these before? I need to play them. But yeah, all I wanted to do, and I would just go and do the same thing over and over and over again because it was so fun and really addicting. It's actually a pretty fun game.
Did you ever beat the game?
No.
You just made potions all day long?
I did. I would just like do the same potion
That's like
over and over
the
again.
first Shadow of Mordor game. I never beat it. I beat the second one, but I never beat the first one because I spent like 6 hours just killing orcs in a field. And they would just keep coming, so I was like, yay! Limbs flying everywhere. This little chop suey guy. So I get it. It's fun.
Yeah, it's just dumb fun. And if you have an appreciation for Harry Potter, as I do, it's just enjoyable. No. Hater.
You better believe it. You good?
Yes.
We done?
Yes.
I think we got this. I think we've done it too. After I cut out the middle, I think we're gonna be able to do it. I'm so happy. Probably not, but whatever. Thank you for watching. As always, if you enjoyed the show, leave a like right there. I don't know why. Wait, hold on. Where am I? All right, so we're on the video. So right here.
Thank you for putting up with us and my crazy hair.
Crazy hair.
It's crazy
attacked
today.
By a bird. Yeah. Leave a comment. Let us know what you think. If you have any great Toys R Us stories you want to share with the world,
Yes, please
now
do.
is the time.
And we can read them on the next show.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you like send us an email or something.
Go for it.
Yeah.
What's the email, Britt?
It is podcast@gameovervideogames.com.
Yay! That is podcast@gameovervideogames.com. Thank you for listening. I am Matt.
I'm Brittany.
And we'll catch you next time on Game Overcast. Bye.
Aloha Mora.
Slide out of frame here. You ready? Watch. Watch go.